Good morning. Welcome back to the introductory session of English for Educated Learners. Before starting with the session, I would like to make a correction because I made a bit mistake in last session in the introductory session for the initiation. There I used the word patwa, so I by mistake spelled it wrongly, Patio. It should be Patois. So please make this correction. I could skip this mistake. It might have not been noticed. But my conscience doesn't allow me to go with the mistakes because Alexander Pope has rightly said, "To err is human." Anybody can make a mistake. But the important thing is whether you accept your mistake or not. If you accept your mistake, means you're ready for correction. You're ready for progress. You're ready for development. But if you deny that you made any mistake, you block your path of success or path of growth. Learn from your mistakes. Anybody can make mistake anytime. Now, this is the second part of the introductory session. I'm not going to start with the actual lessons about pronunciation because the first segment of learning English that I picked is pronunciation. As far as pronunciation is concerned, we are actually talking about sounds. So it's very important to understand what mechanism is involved in the speaking while people speak different languages. So of course we use a particular mechanism for speaking and sounds are used. So these are called airstream mechanisms. To understand the airstream mechanism, you can do one experiment with yourself. You try to pronounce a sound AH with a kind of hiss or in a whisper. So when you say AH, ah, and you put your hand close to your mouth, you say ah, ah. You feel the warmth. You feel the warm air coming out. Now, if you use the same way, another sound, BAA. Now I say ba, 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 ba. So when you close your lips to say B or ba, then the flow blocks. And when you open your mouth to say ah, then again there is a flow of the wind or the flow of the air from your mouth. And you can understand that sounds are produced because of this breathing, this respiratory system we have. So lots of organs of our mouth, our body, they are involved in the production of different sounds. And they are called organs of speech. That I'll discuss in details with the help of a picture. I have my own constraints being at home. I can't use lots of material to explain the things with the help of board or marker or any other audio equipment or video equipment. So I'm trying my best to make it clear with the help of whatever the limited resources I have with me at home. It may not be very important because it is related to the anatomy of the human body. It may be a subject of biology, but still, at the later stage, when you will be learning the lessons of pronunciation, different sounds, how to pronounce them and how to pronounce them correctly, at that time you will understand the significance of this lecture, and this will help you when you revert to it and re-listen to it and use it in understanding further. So, in the production of sounds, first part that is very important, that is the lungs. So that is also, there's a part that's called alveoli. Alveoli are the spongy sacs, and these spongy sacs, they are connected with small tubes, and those tubes are called bronchioles. And those small bronchioles, they get connected to the larger tubes, and that is called bronchi. And bronchi is again further connected with the windpipe, that is also called trachea. So the trachea, it takes the wind in and brings the wind out. When we take the breathe in, that is called inspiration, and when we take the breathing out, it's called expiration. And the whole process is called the process of breathing, inhaling and exhaling. So the first mechanism, there are actually three mechanisms, and you can look at this sheet, they are written here. The first mechanism is called pulmonic airstream mechanism. In the pulmonic airstream mechanism, the air from the walls of the lungs, that is from the lungs, comes out. It means lungs are used to produce the sounds. But before it, I want to say one more thing about it. Now you can understand it with the help of how the sounds are produced with the help of flit gun. Flit gun is used by the children during Holi festival to throw water, or which is also called pichkari. So what is the mechanism of a flit gun? In the flit gun, there is one plugger at the top. When we pull the plugger back, the air comes in, and as we press the plugger, and the plugger goes ahead, and along with the air also goes out. And then with it, a sound can be produced, or the water goes out in case of a flit gun used by kids. Same process is taking place in the human body also when they produce sounds, or they speak, or they utter. This whole mechanism, it works like a flit gun, where the initiator are lungs in case of, look at the chart once again, pulmonic, where the lungs air is used and the walls of the lungs are the initiator. And the air comes out, and then it gets in connection different organs of our body, of mouth, and then sounds are produced. English is a language which uses the pulmonic airstream mechanism, and all Indian languages except one that I'll tell in the later, in one language they don't use pulmonic airstream mechanism, they use the other one. Next to it, there comes the glottalic. In the throat, there is one part that is called glottis. So all the glottal sounds, in this case now, the initiator is the windpipe, your trachea. The sound, the air is taken from the windpipe, and then this is used to produce the sounds, and all the sounds which are produced with the help of it, they are called glottalic sounds. Sindhi, one Indian language, Sindhi is a language where lots of glottalic sounds are produced. And in the end then comes there is Valeric. Valeric airstream mechanism is also used by various languages on this earth. And in this case, the back of the tongue, it is the initiator, and the air which is in the mouth, that is only used to produce the sounds. Most of the African languages, they are using Valeric airstream mechanism. So different kind of mechanisms are there which are used for the production of sounds, and English uses the pulmonic airstream mechanism, where the lungs are used to produce the sounds. The air from the lungs is used. In the next session, I will be discussing the different organs of speech and how they function to produce different sounds. And then after this, I would start with the proper lessons of pronunciation with rules and regulation. Now, in the end, I have prepared some words for you for practice. You can practice these words again and again. Here are 10 words I have selected from day-to-day routine usage. If you look at the first word, it is, first I tell you how do people pronounce in India. Most of people, they say digestion. This is not the right pronunciation. The right pronunciation of this word is digestion. I will pronounce and take a pause. In that pause, you can repeat after me. Digestion. Digestion. Similarly, next word. It is also very pronounced, very much mispronounced, that is mostly pronounced suggestion. And the actual pronunciation, listen carefully, that is suggestion. Suggestion. I repeat, suggestion. And this word is very interesting. This word is used both as a noun as well as a verb, but very few people they use it as a verb. They know mostly it as a noun. As a noun, it is subject. Listen. Subject. Subject. He studied various subjects in his course. I repeat once again. Subject. Now, as a verb, now it changes. It is subject. You can see there is a stress pattern. That stress pattern also I'll discuss in the coming lessons and lectures. So in the first, as a noun, it is subject, and as a verb, it is subject. He is subjected to different rules and regulations. Next word, tear. It is, as a noun, it is tear. There were tears in his eyes. Next is tar as a verb. It is tear. Don't tear this sheet, otherwise there will be tear in the eyes of the child. Don't tear the sheet, there will be tears. So, tear as a verb and tear as a noun. I repeat once again. Tear and then tear. And next one more word. It is mostly people pronounce temporary. So it's a temporary. Say with me. Temporary. Temporary. This word is very interesting. And people pronounce it scissors. And the right pronunciation, listen, it is scissors. Scissors. I repeat last time. Scissors. Now, next word, very simple, but the right pronunciation is different. People say say. People say say. But it is say. Repeat. Say. Once again. Say. And the last, with S, now it is says. 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 I hope you will practice these words and you'll keep waiting for the coming sessions. I'll try my best to make them more interesting and understandable and learning process for you. And if you have any kind of questions or doubts about any word or any word's pronunciation, you can drop a message or you can ask me, and I'll be there to help you. Thank you very much.